Right if I turn my
What was that?
should I keep my camera on?
Yeah, keep your camera on, man. Keep your
All
camera on.
right.
How you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me, Tim. Appreciate being here.
No problem, no problem. This is a great opportunity. I love Vegas. I love being on with you. This is a great thing. I mean, Las Vegas has always been near and dear to me. Uh, I've traveled there a few times, and I'm so happy to have you on. We usually start the broadcast with a couple of songs, but I want to get right into it uh, because
Got a lot of information to share.
I know you have a lot of information to share, and this is great. This is really great. So, um, tell the audience a little bit about yourself and your experience in travel and just the hospitality industry as a whole.
Yeah, so I've been in Las Vegas now for 19 years, originally from Honolulu, Hawaii, but I found my way to Las Vegas and have went to the hotel college at University of Las Vegas, University of Nevada, Las Vegas, worked in hotels, worked in meeting event side, and then now working for the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, so the tourism board for the destination for the past 6 years. So I spend a lot of time going to different hotels, restaurants, shows to see it all. It's a very tough job, but somebody
Right?
has to do it to relay all this information to you. So I'm here to share with you all the latest updates we have here in Las Vegas.
Oh wait, well that's great. That's great, man. Well, while we're into it, uh, the country and the world has been going through a lot over the past few years with COVID. How has Las Vegas maintained the excellence that you guys have done over the extended time of COVID, and how did it impact you? And are you guys all the way back?
Yeah, so COVID was certainly a rough time for the entire world, our country, our city, our industry. So we did take a hard hit. We closed down for nearly 2 months or just a little over 2 months. So that was something that was unprecedented and we've never seen before. But since June of 2020, we have reopened. We had a scheduled slow opening, which actually was accelerated quite rapidly with the demand that was out there. So Las
Right.
Vegas bounced back very quickly. And we've seen in history, we've bounced back each and every time very quickly and are better than the industry as a whole. Just because of all the amenities and things that we do have here in Las Vegas that people desire. We're known as adult freedom here in Las Vegas. So,
Mhm.
uh, yeah, we certainly are. I want to say at about 100% open right now. We have nearly all of our services, amenities, shows, restaurants, hotels open at this time to share with you, so you can come back and enjoy um, Las Vegas to its fullest.
All right. Well, that's great. That's great, man. Well, what you are with the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority.
Mhm.
So, for all my viewers who think I don't know important people, this is an important guy. Tell us a little bit about what you guys do at the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority.
Yeah, so we are a government entity that markets the entire destination, more specifically the whole county, Clark County, which encompasses Las Vegas, Mesquite, which is about an hour north. I'll go into that a little bit later, Boulder City, Laughlin, and the surrounding areas of Las Vegas. So we are charged with marketing Las Vegas as the most desirable destination on earth. So
Wow.
for meetings and leisure, conventioneers. So we certainly are a marketing arm of the city, and that's what we do.
Oh, well, that's great. Well, that's great. Well, tell Las Vegas is famous for the residencies. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but Celine Dion is the number one rated uh, and visited residency in the history of Las Vegas. Uh, she did an outstanding job Usher is out there now. He's doing a tremendous job. Tell us a little bit about the residencies, what we can expect in the future, and tell us some about the new residencies and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the residencies with Celine Dion's comeback in, I think it was about 2002, 2003, where she made her way to Las Vegas and kind of opened back the residency, which is a symbiotic relationship, I think, with Las Vegas, because people come here to be entertained. And so we have world class entertainers that come through. And I think they keep coming back because they do so well. You know, their shows are nearly sold out, if not sold out, way in advance or every night. So like I said, I think that we just go hand in hand. The city of entertainment, or the entertainment capital of the world, you know, is the greatest arena on earth currently, and so we have so much going on beyond the headliners and the great artists that we do have. Hopefully, Celine will reschedule some dates in the near future. But we also have sporting events that have really shaped and kind of brightened up Las Vegas, or made it even brighter, I should say.
Right, right. You do. You have the Los Angeles Raiders. I'm a Brooklyn guy. I'm a Brooklyn guy. But ever since Marcus Allen did his reverse turn and ran up the field, I've been a Raider fan. So all my close friends, they know I'm a Raider fan. You know, what has the Las Vegas Raiders brought to the economy, brought to the atmosphere there in Vegas with the new stadium and things like that?
Oh my goodness. Where do I start? This stadium, you know, kind of is the start of it all in some respect. So that brings additional headliners coming on touring concerts. BTS did, I think it was 4 shows over 2 weekends, completely sold out. So that was a huge draw. But the Raiders themselves, I mean, sports on a national level, look how many teams we have now. I'll go into all the different professional sporting teams that we do have in a little bit. But yeah, they certainly have so much going on that it's insane what they have been able to do for the economy, building practice facilities and just all the services and support that is needed to facilitate a game or a team here in a city. They've certainly been a tremendous help, and we value their partnership here in Las Vegas.
All right, that's good. And you know, this year I'll be out there to check the Raiders out. I was actually out there last year for the NFL Pro Bowl. You guys had it in Las Vegas. I don't know if you're going to be having it this year. That's a good question. Are you going to be having a Pro Bowl out there this year?
Um,
NFL? You don't know. Okay.
My goodness, we have so many events going on. I can't remember what is going on. I know we're having the Super Bowl in 2024. I believe we are having the Pro Bowl, but forgive me as there's just so much going on.
Yeah, wow. Well, that's good. That's good. And you know, we were out there for the Pro Bowl. Micah Parsons with the Dallas Cowboys is a family member. We were all proud of him for making the Pro Bowl. So myself and some family members, we were out there at the Pro Bowl. We visited the stadiums. We were out there. It was really dope. And you know, you guys did a great job with that. Um, what are some upcoming events we can look forward to in Vegas?
Oh my goodness. Well, this weekend we have Life is Beautiful concert event that is going on downtown Las Vegas. We have this fall, we have all the NFL Raider home games that will be played at Allegiant Stadium. Hockey, National Hockey League is starting preseason next week. So we're very excited to have all of those events, but not to mention the Professional Bull Riders Association, NFR, National Finals Rodeo, that will be here in December. We have different golf tournaments, so many different sporting events that are going on in Las Vegas, as well as, you know, all the additional concerts and things.
Oh, well, that's good. We have some viewers here. Tony Apatron is on. Thank you, Frat Blue Fire, for tuning in. Wei Feng Chang is on there. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. All right. Well, Las Vegas was rated top 10 locations in the country for food. That is unexpected for the foodies out there. Tell us a little bit about where we can eat out there, the high profile restaurants. What is going on to make you guys rated top 10?
Oh, that's I want tough one to say. Okay, Las Vegas. See, I hate to say that we borrow ideas from everyone, but because we have concepts and ideas and celebrity chefs from all over the country and all over the world, we culminate them all here. So we literally have so much variety that is probably unparalleled from any other city, just because we are able to attract the talent, the chefs, and the decor of the restaurants, the size of the restaurants, to be beyond what maybe a concept originally started. Then you you layer in food tours where you can go see multiple restaurants in one evening. We have multiple different options for that. We have supper clubs. So we're always trying to reinvent, and come up with new concepts to be enticing to all travelers. So that's what makes the food scene in Las Vegas so dynamic and a top destination for foodies.
Wow, wow. Megan Harris is on. Thank you, Megan, for tuning in. We really appreciate it, man. Uh, let's talk about some of the family friendly options out there. Before we get into the real racy things, you know, what are some of the family friendly options for kids out there? A lot of people want to go to Vegas and they don't know if they should leave their children. Uh, you know, when they want to go on a cruise, there's always babysitting services on a cruise ship, stuff like that. But they're scared to bring the kids to Vegas because they don't know. They don't know if there's going to be opportunities to for their kids to really have a lot of fun. So tell us a little bit about some kid friendly things. And Miss Carter, thank you for tuning in. We love you.
Yeah, so there might be a misconception. I mentioned adult freedom earlier. Las Vegas certainly can accommodate and really excel in family-friendly activities. We have everything from a children's museum to multiple different museums, attractions geared towards younger audiences. So everything from, let's say, the Avenger Station on the Strip, along with the Hunger Games exhibit. We have the Shark Reef Aquarium at Mandalay Bay. We have two different water parks in town. We have multiple different attractions that still are, well, maybe not marketed towards families or children. They aren't exclusive to being 21 and over. So there's so much to do. A lot of different fun activities as well. With the national parks nearby, those are Las Vegas a great grounding point. So you can unpack once, go on day trips to the national park. So that's a family friendly activity that people like to do together. And then we have resorts that are also non gaming. So if that element is something where the children are not allowed on the gaming floor. So if that's something that's not appealing to the family considering Las Vegas or another destination, we do have options such as Lake Las Vegas has great golf courses, outdoor amenities that are two non-gaming resorts out there. And then even on the Las Vegas Strip, we have multiple hotels such as the Delano that is connected to Mandalay Bay, Four
Wow.
Seasons, the Waldorf Astoria, Vidara at City Center, and Trump Las Vegas, all on the Las Vegas Strip. Not to mention the Westin Las Vegas off strip, the Renaissance, Platinum. There's so
Wow.
many different properties that have non-gaming options. We have I want to say Hilton, Marriott, IHG brand here in town. So if you're familiar with those, we have those available for you as well.
Well, you mentioned the water park. Which parks are the water parks?
We have Wet and Wild and Cowabunga Bay.
Oh wow, wow. Wet and Wild, that's great. I'm sure a lot of families are familiar with Wet and Wild from Florida, so that's something that probably will stay extremely busy for you guys.
Yeah. One I wanted to mention is Rail Explorers. That one is a fun one that's in Boulder City. Where you pedal down an old railroad track on these specially designed bicycle cars that fit on the tracks, and then you get to do that in the morning, evening, see a nice sunset. So that's a great family-friendly activity that I've seen all three generations do it together, as you can link up multiple cars and for a very fun experience. So that's just something to name a few. And then you venture off into Boulder City, as I mentioned, Mesquite or Laughlin, and there's other things like a camel safari. That's also an exotic animal farm, if you will, or zoo. And in Laughlin, there's labyrinths, water activities right there on our river. So Las Vegas and the surrounding areas have so much to offer.
Yeah, and as a travel agent, I'm a franchise owner with American Express Cruise Planners, as you know. Shameless plug. So, uh, when I'm booking in Vegas, people didn't, they aren't aware that the Grand Canyon is so close, and the benefits of going out to the Grand Canyon as excursions and just seeing the Grand Canyon. How is the Grand Canyon aspect of the tourism uh, treating you guys over there?
Yeah, no, like I said, we're kind of a jumping off point for that. Many people love to go visit our national parks, and why not have fun activities to do in the evening when you get back? You have, again, world-class restaurants, entertainment, and dining, all that are open late. So you can come back, you can have these world-class experiences just hours away from the Grand Canyon. To mention the Grand Canyon, we are just 2 hours away from the West Rim. That's where that glass skywalk is located, and
Right.
then about 4.5 hours from the South Rim, which is probably the most popular or desired destination in the Grand Canyon. But you can also take a helicopter ride in there, land in the canyon, see that. You can do a flyover tour. So the options really are endless.
Wow, that is great. That is great. So I've been to Vegas a few times, but there are plenty of people who haven't been to Vegas. What can you suggest for first timers? What can you do when you get off the plane? You're looking at all the lights. What do you do as a first timer in Vegas?
All right. So I think many people are familiar with the iconic Las Vegas Strip. I want to mention downtown Las Vegas. I always say stop at downtown. That's kind of where the history of this all started. There's the Fremont Street Experience, which is a domed canopy Viva Vision light screen that plays shows throughout the day, digital light displays throughout the day now. They also have the Container Park, another family friendly activity that is an entertainment, shopping, and dining area just a few blocks from the Fremont Street Experience. There's the Mom Museum downtown, the Neon Museum nearby, the Children's Discovery Center I mentioned. So definitely that's one of the attractions to hit up Fremont Street just to see that exciting element. Then back on the Strip, I mean, we have so many different top attractions. I think everyone knows or is familiar with the iconic Bellagio fountains, which you can see in this image here. We have an Eiffel Tower. There's a restaurant. There's an observatory up top. We have the world's largest observation wheel called the High Roller that is right in between the Flamingo and Link Hotel. So that's on the Strip. And I always recommend doing this if you have the stomach to handle it. If you want to go on the High Roller, take the zip line first. So you can buy 2 tickets in one. Start on the Las Vegas Strip right in front of Caesar's Palace or right at the link where that promenade starts. And then you zip line down, go down a few steps, turn a corner, and then you go into the wheelhouse and up 550 feet in an observation wheel. I don't know if you know this, but each of those pods can hold up to 40 people, and they can even pull a bar in. They do yoga, other different unique elements, and you can have a wedding in there as well.
Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. First timers, they only hear about the strip. They only hear about the casinos, but it's good that you were able to enlighten us about some other things that you can do. Uh, what is the best month to go to Vegas? Because we all know Vegas is really hot. So, what is the best month weather-wise to travel to Vegas?
Well, sometimes during those hot months, you can find the best deals. So that might appeal to some. There are some slower times when it's cooler, like in after Thanksgiving, before New Year's in Las Vegas. Um, I like to say weather-wise, if you want to be comfortable outside and kind of be a little more um, prepared for your outdoor experiences, the fall and spring will ideally be the best times. However, those are very popular times, so the rates might be slightly higher, but there always are some good deals that can be found in certain pockets.
Wow, that is good. That is good. Now, as a mafia buff, I'm a mafia guy. I'm from Brooklyn. I watch all the mafia movies. We like the whole ambiance of the mafia image, and we've been told about Bugsy Siegel and those guys coming out there to Las Vegas, starting to strip out. Are there any museums out there with a mafia feel? Is there anything out there that that some of our Italian viewers can look at and go on there and go to Vegas and see some of their heritage as well?
Absolutely. The Mob Museum downtown is beyond the best museum I've been to. It's an outstanding job they've done, culminating the mafia and the mob, the history and culture of it throughout the United States. So that is the place to stop. But beyond that, you can go into some of our restaurants. We actually have a Bugsy and Myers restaurant at the Flamingo. That's a new steakhouse downtown at El Cortez. That kind of plays homage to. They have Seagulls, which is a restaurant there. Then we have some historic ones that you can kind of get a feel where Frank Sinatra sat, or some of the Rat Pack. It's called the Golden Steer. So there are different pockets out there for people to go and enjoy elements of that. Not to mention, we have many different speakeasies that play into that kind of era as well. So the
Wow.
Mob Museum, for instance, has a speakeasy in the bottom of their basement.
Oh, well,
And
that's
then we have them all throughout Las Vegas and on the Strip.
that's great. Miss Godiva Black, Anika, thank you for tuning in. I see you out there. Thank you for tuning in to Tripping with Tim. But yeah, that is great. That is great. What are the what would you consider the most economical times to go to Vegas? And what are some of the most expensive times to travel to Vegas? Just so our viewers will know when they're booking and they're trying to get their flights and stuff together, when is the best time to go?
Well, I think the rule of thumb is the summertime would be typically the best. I mentioned earlier that that pocket between November and New Year's can kind of you can find some great deals then. It really just depends, but luckily a lot of our hotels do have price calendars on their websites. So if you're thinking of going out a certain weekend, take a look at their website and see, click, alternate dates, or show calendar pricing calendar. That way you can see what the pockets might be in the time that you are interested and available to come out to Las Vegas.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Um, with Las Vegas, you're always thinking about the various shows and the tours. What are some of the top tours, uh, excursions, and things like that to do when you're in Las Vegas?
Oh, certainly. I think Hoover Dam is probably the number one. The Grand Canyon, if that's not number one, then number two. And geez, what else? Red Rocks. We have
Hoover Dam. Where is Hoover Dam?
Hoover Dam is located in Boulder City, so it's just about 45-minute drive away. So we have multiple tour options. Again, with ground or air, you can always schedule private tours as well. So we have some tour guides that can be contracted out for that.
Wow, wow, that is great. That is great. Now, uh, a lot of people have the misconception. Now, let's get into some of the more racy things in Las Vegas. I see you smiling, but I'm not going to make you too uncomfortable, okay? Tell us a little bit about some of the burlesque shows, some of the more popular shows that are geared to nightlife and adults. And Bella Diozo, thank you for tuning in, Venus. I appreciate you. Tell us a little bit some about the adult life, nightlife, what's going on out there for the adults that really want to get out there, let their head down, get wild. And I'm sure you've watched The Hangover, the movie The Hangover. It's epic. It's an iconic movie, and it's Vegas. And they wake up and no one knows what happened. Tell us about the adult aspect of Vegas and what we can do as adults that are looking to get out there and have some fun.
Well, you can certainly book the Hangover Suite at Caesar's Palace, but there's multiple other
Oh, there's
venues.
a hangover.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow. How
well,
much?
the room that they base that the filming off of is at Caesar's Palace. So
How much
you can
is it?
just inquire about that. There's multiple other. So first, I want to say if you want to have your let loose, book one of the villas, the suites, and one of the amazing rooms that we do have. We have some unique room types as well. Everything from bowling alleys to basketball courts, you name it. We have
Wow.
some unique options. But on the racy side of things, yes, we do have multiple burlesque shows. We have the adult themed shows that are hysterical comedies, such as Absinthe, Opium, and Atomic Saloon Show, which take on variety acts with a
That's
very adult humored comedy. They take on each of those take on different themes. We have the male review shows, so Chippendales, Thunder from Down Under, Magic Mike Live. You know,
Magic
they
Mike.
start. Yeah,
Magic Mike from the movies is there?
yeah. Magic Mike Live is the concept by Channing Tatum. He actually created the concept and the show there. So
Wow.
that's at the Sahara. Then there are even stripper 101 classes you can take. There's girls' night out trips. There's Vegas night
Stripper
tours
101.
that will take
Hold
you
on.
club hopping.
Hold on. Let's pause there, Scott. Stripper 101.
It's
For
just
the
for the
ladies,
ladies.
on the
Only
ladies,
women can attend. But
for the ladies on the podcast. Come on, Scotty. Let's slow down there. You can go Stripper 101 in Vegas. You can't get any better than that.
yeah,
You want to have a nice time with your husband. He stayed home. You went on a girls' trip. You take the 101 and you come back and you brand new.
yeah. So Las Vegas can satisfy in many different ways. Not only is it indulgent, but it's also educational, as you just pointed out.
Yes, yes, that is very educational. That is very educational. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, I didn't want to make you uncomfortable. You're getting red. You're red as a cherry Jolly Rancher.
I need to
You're red
change the
as a
lighting
cherry
in here.
Jolly Rancher over there. But yeah, that's just the Brooklyn in me. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. But uh a lot of people go to Vegas. The gaming industry is going through the roof now. Everyone is gaming. They're gaming on their phones. They have apps on their laptop. They're gaming and gaming and gaming. Las Vegas is the birthplace of gaming, as far as I'm concerned. What is out there for the gamers, for the gamblers? What
Uh,
can you suggest for that?
Well, I think that it's funny. I don't speak of gaming much because everyone knows that it's out there. But we have multiple casinos that are open 24 hours that offer everything from slot machines to card games, and then there also is I like to say sports betting is also a form of gaming in that respect. So they're all games of luck and chance. So we have multiple options for everyone, and your adult beverage comes included with that. You have access to drinks right there in the casino, so that always makes it a little more fun.
Right, exactly, exactly. And a couple of my friends, they wanted me to ask, how do you drink free in Vegas? How do you go drink free?
I don't know if anything is truly free in Vegas. I feel like everything comes with a cost. Because once you walk out, someone's asking you for money, or you actually are desiring to pay for something because you want the entertainment. So if you're on a slot machine, if you're playing on a table game, a lot of times they'll have a server that comes by and will offer you free drinks. Sometimes it may take a while to get that free drink. So I always recommend starting off with your own, but they do come by and take your orders for drinks. So I wouldn't call them free because you're playing and you got to be putting money in the machines to keep getting them.
Right, right. Well, that answers your question, fellas. There's no real free drinking, okay? You got to gamble a little bit to get some free liquor in Las Vegas, man. You mentioned the lights at the Venetian, right? Uh,
The-
the not the lights, but the fountain
at the Bellagio.
at the Bellagio. Tell us a little bit about that. I know that's a big time tourist attraction, and it's right there on the strip. What can people expect to see there with the fountain?
Yeah, so not only is there a water fountain out front, they have shows that go on multiple times throughout the day, from the afternoon to the evening. Walk along front, walk on the strips, but inside there is a chocolate fountain that's like
Oh,
17 feet high. There is the conservatory that's there that it changes out 5 times a year. So with each season, they come up with a new design concept that features fresh flowers and just imaginative decor and design that goes into that. Inside, you have dining options that are endless as well. But to mention about the dining, you can actually there's multiple restaurants that are on the lake, so you can sit inside or outside and have a view of the fountains right there and be entertained.
wow, that is great. Miss Godiva Black, one of our Facebook viewers, she just mentioned the light show and how beautiful it is. Tell us a little bit about the light show there.
Oh, in downtown Las Vegas, yes, the Fremont Street Viva Vision domed canopy. So that has shows and lights going on throughout the day, the afternoon, the evening, and also when there's concerts down there, they have screens or videos that play throughout the strip. I mentioned there's a zip line that goes down the center of it, so definitely a very cool LED display that we have and attraction that is free while you're down there. However, I'm convinced you're gonna partake in some activities that may cost some money down there.
Yes, yes.
And
Again,
not to mention the Elijah Fountains, you can watch them for free outside.
right. And again, guys, nothing is truly free in Las Vegas. Okay. You got to reiterate that. You got to reiterate that. That's very important. But, what what can you say to travelers who are thinking about other locations? You have Dubai is a very hot location now. Aruba is pretty hot. I'm getting a lot of requests for, of course, Cancun, and we're getting people going to Africa as well. What can you say about Vegas that kind of separates it from other destinations as a member of the convention board? What can you say about Vegas that set things aside, that set things apart?
I think the one thing that would set us apart is that we have everything here. We even have a beach. So Mandalay Bay has the beach. So if you're looking for sand, we have Lake Las Vegas, we have Lake Mead. So we have, those type of activities that can be had here. I mentioned all the world-class dining. So again, the concepts from all over and the gaming, the entertainment. What you're not going to find in those other destinations is that they're not 24 hours the way that we are. We are a lot of our amenities are still open around the clock. You have people around. You can feel safe walking, throughout your casino and hotel. So you have things to do, and I think that's one of the things. But within close proximity of nature, you have excitement. You have again that 5-star dining and hotel accommodations all here culminate in one place. Not to mention, the shopping. I think, we have stores and concepts from all over. So you can really, if you're considering any other destination, just think about how broad Las Vegas can accommodate everyone you're wanting to travel with. Some people may not be fans of one aspect of another destination over one. And I think the number one thing too is we are accessible. We have direct service from all over the United States into Las Vegas, as well as internationally as well. So it's very easy and accessible to get to Las Vegas.
Right. All right. Well, tell us a little bit about something that we can do for the lovers, couples. I know you guys are famous for on the spot weddings. Tell us a
Yes,
little bit about the romance in
yeah,
Vegas.
we've had some famous ones pop up here,
Like
on the
who?
spot.
Like who?
Well, I after what was it, the Grammys? One of the Kardashians got married here. We had who was when J Lo, didn't she get married here and just recently?
Yes,
So she
J-Lo
did a
did.
little pop up.
Yeah.
And then what we're celebrating right now is we celebrate our 5 millionth wedding. So here in Las Vegas in Clark County. So that was an exciting mile marker for us. That was happened
Five
in
million?
February. 5 millionth wedding, yes.
Wow.
And with that, we had this whole campaign that has been bridged around that. So, ironically, we just had a proposal done on our Las Vegas monorail. A couple that met by accident on the monorail just had a proposal yesterday. Was it yesterday? Or yeah, Monday, I think it was. So that was fun and exciting. We
That is
have
wow.
wedding options that are endless. But for couples coming to Las Vegas getting married, if you show your marriage license, we have an app that you can download called pass.5millionlovestories.com. And that entitles you to special discounts and offers from multiple vendors, from attractions and food, that you can enjoy while here. So couples definitely have something to look forward to when getting married here in Las Vegas or celebrating, whether it's a proposal, a wedding, a honeymoon, or a renewal. We got you covered.
Yeah, and I believe that. Uh the Hangover movie, as you know, it was about a wedding, and one of the characters got married to a stripper, and he forgot his tooth. He didn't know where his tooth was. But Vegas is synonymous with fun. Thank you for being a good sport today. And thank you for coming on Trippin with Tim podcast. We really appreciate you. You know, I've done some bookings with my franchise, American Express Cruise Planners, cruisemantravel.com. I've done a few to Vegas at this time. I have a young lady who was on the call, who was on here, Miss Carter. She's actually getting married on the 11th of November, and I have her booked at the Mandalay Bay on the 12th. So she's going to be bringing in her honeymoon in Las Vegas. So we really appreciate what you're doing out there. You're doing a tremendous job. And, I wanted to thank you for actually coming on Tripping with Tim and being such a good sport. We really love to have you.
No, thank you for having me. I'm glad to share all that we have to do in this exciting city that I get to fortunately call home.
Right. And you're very knowledgeable, and thank you. And I plan on getting out there soon. So hopefully we'll be able to do a live podcast from Vegas, from the strip. We're going to do it big. It's never been done before. I don't think it's ever been done by a travel guy.
Yes, well, we would love to have you out and do live segments. Yeah, showcasing all that we have to offer.
All right.
Certainly.
Well, that's great. And that's what we're going to do. Again, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you very much. And
Thank
you've been a
you.
great sport, Scott. And, looking to talk to you very soon.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Scott. See you later. Bye bye from Tripping with Tim podcast, cruisemantravel.com.